The designer comes in with their beautiful renderings, and then it's my job to take their designs and figure out how to actually create them on time and within budget. This is the most crucial time of the whole build, in my opinion, because I do manage the money. So this is telling me who's in what scene and what they're wearing. And if somebody has quite a lot of looks, like our main character, Joe, has lots and lots of looks, all of these are a different dollar amount that my eyeballs go cha-ching, cha-ching. And that's how I don't go over my budget magically through this paperwork. Since we don't have the time or the resources to build everything, we find pieces that other theaters already have that we can borrow for the show that fits within the world of the design.
We have big pieces that we just simply don't have the time to make in this show, but we can use our local resources. This all came from Milwaukee. We had another person go down and pull all of these items, and this is what happens to the stuff that we make. It goes into stock, and then we can share it with other theaters as well.
Once we have the designs and we know what we're going to actually build, swatching is the next key piece of that. We have a freelance assistant that lives in LA, and we sent her the designs because Seattle really doesn't have the fabric stock that LA and New York do. So she physically cut these swatches in the store, put it on these pieces of paper, and sent those to us. It's old school. Yeah, it's an old school hands on the ground, feet on the ground kind of thing. You can't really do this online. Once we have those individual pieces approved of what we're going to build, then the actual shop staff begins their work. We have usually just 4 very short weeks before a tech begins. There is a vast community of people that have to come together to bring a big show to life, especially a period show like Little Women, in which there's a lot of detail and historical context. The drapers mock up the pattern on paper and translate the designer's drawings into something that's actually going to go on the body, drawn out in 2D to become 3D. The first hands cut out these mock-ups in the early building stages of how we might want to start putting things together. It's just this kind of nice thin muslin material to sort of start looking at shape and design. Then we have our first fits with those muslin mock-up garments on the actors' bodies. We get big overview notes from the designer about shapes, style lines. Then we have a week to do all of those notes. That's when we start getting into the actual real fabric the garments are going to be. Then there's more notes that come out of second fittings. We have to make sure the final pieces are ready to hit the stage within 1 more week before a tech begins. It takes so many people to put a big show like this together, not just the hands in the room that are sewing clothes, but the folks building wigs, mustaches, beards, you name it, and the craftsmaster who does hats and shoes, dyeing fabrics. There's many hands that touch every single piece of any look, complete head to toe. When we're done building the show, we hand everything over to the wardrobe and wig teams, and they care for the clothes and the hair throughout the entire run. It's a really big job to keep track of all the moving parts and pieces of a show like this. In just a few short weeks, we put together a huge, huge show. Period pieces are so much fun because they're challenging, and it's not your everyday build. And I think the shop has accomplished a lot in a short amount of time.